for What's Hot on your Friday. We talk about stories that have us all talking.
We are joined today in a special appearance by Tracy Johnson
All
from
right.
Tampa, Milwaukee, and as always, Jeff Wagner is in his little box. Topic number one, park where you are not supposed to, and it could be one of the most expensive mistakes you make. That's because private towing companies in Wisconsin are allowed to charge you pretty much whatever they want to. Nobody in Milwaukee or Wisconsin regulates the prices that you can get charged if you're towed from somebody's private property.
Which is interesting because if you get towed from, I saw your report yesterday, Stephen. I thought it was outstanding. If you get towed from the public street, it's like $200. If you get towed from a private lot, it could be like $400 or
it's
whatever.
About double. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess, look, I'm not a big government guy, and I guess the short answer is, okay, don't park where you're not supposed to. But you know, the government does come in and say you can't charge over a certain interest rate. It does seem to me like there's a lot of gouging going on. The only state statute says it has to be reasonable, but that's not defined. I think this is an area, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to charge more to tow you from a private lot. I'm just saying double sounds to me like it's a bit extreme.
I don't know. When you park where you're not supposed to, you are taking a big gamble. And now, nobody is talking about the fact that these businesses pay money to have these lots, and they put signs up, and you are not supposed to park there. Think about the money and the revenue that they're losing because their customers can't park there.
Does there need to be a limit, though?
No, you are taking a risk.
So they could charge you $1,000 theoretically if they wanted to.
Here's the deal. I'm talking from somebody who had this happen to them many times. I had a private lot at my home where I lived, and I would call A1, whoever was first in the phone book, and I did not care how much it cost. I didn't have to pay it, but I needed it done. And I think that's what they need to do to keep the citizens happy who are paying for those lots.
Okay.
Well, I think in some cases, though, what happens is, first of all, people aren't necessarily doing it intentionally. Sometimes they just kind of make some of these mistakes that are out there. And I guess the question becomes, you know, is this a situation where it's really trying to be a deterrent, or do you have some of these places that are just gouging people? And I think that's what the issue is.
All right, coming up next, how a pipe filled with marijuana wound up in a Happy Meal. What's hot?
Once again, we're joined by Tracy Johnson and Jeff Wagner, News Radio 620 WTMJ. An unexpected find, you could call it that, at a Burger King Happy Meal. A family found a pipe stuffed with marijuana inside a kid's meal. An employee admitted putting the pipe in the box to hide it while he worked. He said he didn't mean to, of course, give it away.
It's quite the prize.
Of course he didn't mean to give it away.
To hide it? How about a pocket?
This gives new meaning to the term Happy Meal. I mean, I'm just lucky if I get my 10 McNuggets, for goodness sakes.
Well, could you imagine going through the drive-thru? Courtney, I don't know if you do the McDonald's thing or the
Not yet.
Burger King. Okay, we're totally into it, but you know, we kind of hand the Happy Meal box back, and he says, "Oh, look at this toy."
You turn and your kid's smoking a marijuana pipe.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a major mess up.
Well,
I'm going to assume he's been fired.
I think he's been fired, and I think there were a couple other people involved, and I don't know. An innocent mistake, I guess, but I guess stupid enough that
mistake, maybe.
he deserves
Innocent,
not to have
I don't
a
know.
job. Yeah.
All right, topic number three. It's apparently bye-bye for Colonel Sanders. The iconic symbol is nowhere to be found in the new KFC franchises, although you see him right there on the front of the place. The restaurant chain is attempting to appeal to a wider demographic with healthier options. Dropping the Colonel from KFC is part of an ongoing bid to be a, quote, more generic brand.
Okay, I think this is going to be a disaster. This is going to be for KFC what New Coke was to Coke. They've gone to this boneless chicken. It's awful, at least in my
it's
opinion.
Delicious.
Awful, absolutely
I will
awful.
fight you, Jeff Wagner.
Then your taste is in your mouth. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, when you go, you get that bucket of chicken with the bones and stuff. I understand they're trying to get to the people who are going to go through the drive-thrus and just be popping in their mouth. KFC is Colonel Sanders. I think that this marketing effort is going to blow up big time. Well,
I mean, but you look at a lot of these companies, you don't see the Spuds McKenzie anymore. You don't see the little Taco Bell Chihuahua. I like that term about making it more generic. What they've realized is that consumers are savvy and they have a lot of choices, and the choices they want to make are more healthful.
And everybody's going healthier, so it makes sense that KFC would follow this,
Wait a minute.
this plan.
Yeah.
KFC is the place that gave us the 2 fried chicken breasts with bacon, cheese, cheese and sauce in the middle of them. This is not
Well, maybe that's not working for them, so they need to go a different way.
It worked for
Don't
me.
lead with that.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
KFC.
I'm old school.
I
you get the
occasionally will
bucket of
indulge.
chicken. You get the bucket of chicken. You get the French fries. You can only
Well,
do
you
it
still
once
get
in a
the
while.
bucket of chicken.
Well,
There's
but
so much more than chicken, though, Jeff. I mean, they're more.
it's
about
Kentucky Fried Chicken. What do you mean they're more than
but
chicken?
that's why they're trying to change the brand, the KFC, and I think that's really smart. And I am not a consumer, but I would give it a shot after reading a lot about it.
The boneless chicken is
boneless
fantastic.
chicken. Skinless
It's a chicken
breast.
breast with the same breading you get on the
I don't know that
Almost
this is a
inedible.
KFC argument. This is a how you like to eat your chicken argument that's happening right now.
Almost inedible. We'll see whether this is a success or whether it dooms them. I'm saying new
All
Coke.
right, Jeff is saying, mark my words.
New
Mark the
Coke.
tape.
Mark the tape.
I'm hungry all of a sudden.
And I'm going to try it.
You're going to make a KFC run.
I got a newscast for the next hour, 10 minutes. We'll be right back.